So today you're gonna need your skipping rope, a mat, and your dumbbells. So I want you to gather your equipment, fill up your water bottles, and I'll see you right after the break for cardio and core.
Open a deposit account in the JN Bank Savings Streams promotion and save monthly for a chance to win an all expenses paid trip to Peru. Enter now. The time by JN Bank Savings Streams promotion is 6 o'clock.
Burn. They don't change. We gon' do something about it. Or rearrange. We gon' do something about it. Don't change. We gon' do something about it. If you continue to do it, then me say we are gonna do it. We tell you now we can't do it. Do it. But if a piece to go pop them hour. But if a big gun to cut them hour. But if stand fight to fight them hour. But if transparent to bring them hour. But if you and them to end them hour. But if my value to mark them hour.
Sunrise hour. Good morning.
Yeah, rise and shine. If they don't change, we're gonna do something about it.
Yeah.
Or we arrange, we're gonna do something about it. All right. It's a Tuesday morning, and you know what? We're gonna do something about it.
Yeah, that's right. It's a brand new day, guys, and you know what that means? It's time to rise with sunrise. And you know it's your Queen Diva, Miss Kitty, and Uncle Dennis in the building.
Morning, peeps.
Good morning, everybody, wherever you are in the world. A resplendent morning to all of you, and thank you so very much for tuning in. Big ups to Capleton, the fireman, one of the most diverse artists in the dancehall and reggae space, a living icon, and we want to bless up Capleton every time, because if it's a dancehall Capleton you want, you can get that. If it's a reggae Capleton you want, you can get a full set. And so his body of work is quite enviable and admirable, and we want to say big ups to Capleton this morning.
When he came out at the Romain Virgo concert, the crowd really responded.
Oh, nice.
Quite appropriately.
Big ups to Romain Virgo as well. Daddy Romain, you know what I mean? His beautiful wife, Elizabeth, and their wonderful, beautiful family. Good morning, Liz. Good morning, Romain. Romain is just such a nice guy. You know, somebody just will get ties and get breast milk and christen, and his mother oil him scalp, and him somebody. It's just nice. I like Romain. Hi, Romain. How you doing? Really great artist as well. A wonderful voice, a nice body of work too. Quite respectful and respectable, and we like that.
And respected.
Yes.
You can tell by the other people, or the other artists in the room who respect him and respect his work. And I like that. And I like the camaraderie that he builds. You know, and the fact that these people willing to pass through upon him show.
True. Because remember, don't forget an artist to pass through, and there's no easy feat, right? Because they too are busy. So when they're ready enough to come and pass through for you, it definitely speaks to your character and who you are. But Uncle Dennis, let me just point out from now, because I know some people might wonder, Miss Kitty, oh yeah, turned so like in a lodge. Right, my friend and brother, right? That is my crick my neck.
When you're asleep, I
don't know.
This morning,
I don't even know. I'm like,
you sleep bad on the pillow or something? So how did they make you up today?
But that's all my next song. German, I said, German, do your thing, but I'm turning.
Who have left hand?
Anybody have left hand?
Is that thing even true?
I don't even know.
Like, where did this whole
left hand come from? They can uncrick it.
What is the etymology?
Or the Scientology
of the theory that says left hand can uncrick
out your neck? But listen, from time immemorial.
Suppose it's on the right. Is it a left? What is it?
I just know that if your neck crick,
you need to get a left hand person.
So Paul says, I asked DJ is not a lefty. I asked Patrick is not a lefty. Paul say me is a lefty, but me not trust Paul. You understand? Because Paul know, me no want Paul go fracture my trachea.
Paul goodly getting a spirit.
You understand me?
Paul goodly getting a spirit.
And come Jackie Chan out my neck. You understand? But people, it is a lot. I'm going through it right now. I'm saying,
like,
I'm not crick my neck in a while as a big person. Last time I not crick my neck.
No,
I can't do that. I got bubble dolly.
So look over here.
Dennis, you're gonna go. You're gonna go.
Wow.
But if there's anyone who can uncrick neck, please send me a message. Because I'm gonna just be like this all day. Oh
And then guess what? And then all the guests are gonna be to your left. So you're gonna go.
Okay. Hey.
Welcome. This is gonna be a show. Don't miss. Do I need
to get like a neck brace or something? Nita, what kind of hand you use? Left or right hand? Both of them, yeah, ambidextrous. Excusez-moi, s'il vous plaît.
Of all the people, all the people, with alphabet Nita to be ambidextrous.
Oh my God, I gotta tell you. But you know, it is still Child Month.
It is.
And we want to celebrate our children in a really big way. And if there is any little child out there who will use a left hand, Auntie Miss Kitty could use a hand right now. Yes. Good morning to all the children at Heinz Simonage in Montego Bay. Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, they have a school down there, a private school.
Have we interviewed children from that school? That school
sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like something.
Tamar McKenzie. Okay. And big ups to Sam McKenzie as well, and all the Heinz Simonage family down there in Montego Bay. Yeah. Think about it. Yeah, man. They're known.
Yeah.
They're known and very established. You know.
Yeah, maybe that's right.
So good morning.
But it is Child Month.
Yeah.
And guess what? Your Child Month tip of the day is this: avoid using abusive language or tones with your children. Instead, offer daily affirmations to help build their confidence and believe in themselves. And I definitely agree with this thing about not using abusive language. The thing is this, abuse doesn't, it doesn't necessarily be black and white. Sometimes it's on a continuum.
Right.
And you want to be firm. You want to be decisive as a parent.
Yes.
You don't want to treat them little. Yeah. You want to be strict.
Yeah.
You want them to respect you. You want them to know that they need to listen to you.
You have to hear me. You have to hear me.
But sometimes...
Because I'm not going to be the only one with a crick neck. You understand?
Thank you.
Yeah.
But sometimes as parents, if we're not careful, we cross the line from discipline to abuse.
Yes.
And so, like, the things that you say, like, you have to ask yourself, is what I said a part of the lesson? Or at what point was that all me? You know?
Or the unhealed part of me that you're projected onto the child, right? So for me, I believe in discipline, not abuse, because I do believe that persons who are abused, the majority of the times they become abusers, right?
Yes.
If you look back at a lot of people who are now committing a lot of crimes or heinous acts or have issues, right, who are broken adults, if you should go back to their childhood, you can see where it all started. And so they're literally living what they learned, right? So we have to bridge that gap. But I want you to have a healthy fear of me.
I always say the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom.
See that?
Yeah.
The fear of your mother.
The fear of your mother.
The fear of your mother.
Yeah.
There needs the beginning. The fear of your mother.
You just need a healthy, not an unhealthy.
A small dose.
Yeah.
Like a micro.
Yeah.
So you just know, say, Miss.
I always say I'm not the father who the picnic I got take for idiot.
Yeah, like, my mother was not the mother you could have take for idiot.
Exactly.
You understand?
You know, like, and I've...
So hold on, you see, we're at school and you see other children misbehaving, and you just sat down, you just took yourself away. Like, you know?
Like,
I can't be a part of this. Sorry, I can't. Because when my mother comes, and when my mother hears about this,
that was me.
I'm even told you, have a great day,
Lady
people.
Marge, Miss Joy.
I'm chipping out right now. Yeah, because you see my name in the bangarang. Dennis.
Imagine when the group get called to the principal's office. So how did you get involved in this? How your name mix up?
What I tell you about friend and company. Be a leader and not a follower. Be the head and not the tail. What I tell you, birds of a feather flock together. What you know? Be careful. Murder. I just took away my bothery. I said, not I.
No.
So I believe in discipline, but we also have to discipline with love, right?
Yes.
And so you have to balance it. So even if, say, for example, they did something and you had to reprimand them, and it was a hard reprimand, I do believe then you have to follow that up with, you know what? Earlier, mommy said something, right?
Yes.
I know it came off harsh, okay? But I want you to understand that your actions, so on, you talk it through.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, I'm your mommy. I love you.
And
I want the best for you,
yes.
right? And sometimes, when parents are strict, you may be unpopular for the moment because, of course, children are going to want what they want. And essentially, young blood no storm. So, for example, I remember growing up, my mother did not allow me to do sleepovers, right? At the time, I thought it was quite draconian. I thought it was quite, maybe some kind of military basis may I live in a. But now, being an adult and understanding what can happen at sleepovers, what has happened at sleepovers, you're actually very thankful and grateful for the strictness, right?
Yes.
For the JDF and JCF type of parenting, because that type of parenting also protects you from a lot of the unknown where you sometimes can't recover from. You know what I mean? So, yeah, but you have to love the children. You watch the language you use. I would say, try not to speak when you're frustrated or angry, because human beings all are we, and we're parents too. And parents, don't be afraid to apologize. If you know in yourself, Dennis, because we're a human being, right? Nobody not perfect. I went on a pamphlet and, you get me? And if you know you OD'd on a particular thing, like you correct him and you probably lick him at her, you said something that you shouldn't have, don't be afraid to apologize. If you know I'm OD, when I go back in myself as a parent too, even though you're an adult. Because
you're teaching them parental You're teaching them responsibility for their emotions.
Yes.
That's the one thing that I'm big on. I'm big on teaching this young man that you cannot be wild with your emotions.
Yes.
You have to be emotionally responsible, especially as a young man.
Yes.
You can't just angry and just lash out.
Yes, yes.
I don't want to be around a man who is that way.
Yes.
And I don't want you to be in your home
irrational,
a man who is that way, that you can just be disproportionate with your responses to your emotions. No.
And then you have to model that. Because if you see exactly, so if you want that, then you have to model
Children
that.
are going to learn more from what you do than what you say. And that is true. But I also like the other side of the tip for today is the affirmations. And we were talking about that just the other day. So it's not just to say, don't be this, don't be that, don't be that. I'm going to impute value.
Yes, you're beautiful, you're smart, you're strong, you're brave, you're intrepid, you are responsible, you are resourceful. I'm so proud to be your mommy. I'm so proud to be your daddy.
Yes.
You are an amazing child. You know what? You don't have to get it perfect all the time, but you know what? I respect that you tried, and that was a great effort. You know what I mean? Because not all the time you're going to get the desired outcome or result. Exactly. But the fact that you made a great effort, I am congratulating you.
I will
You're blessed and highly favored.
You know, when him come to you, like him draw something or she color something, you're so good at coloring.
Remember me telling me I have my something now? You are amazing and brilliant and beautiful, and you are smart. Hey, right now, have everybody a clap. I'll never skip me a clap. Capping, and I'm capping.
But because it's from a spirit of affirmation.
Absolutely.
And again, imputing value, and that we have to do. All right, guess what? The Cut season finale is coming up, and it's going to be nothing short of truths and a belly full of laughter with the comedy masters and pranksters themselves. Auntie Ellis
and Fancy Cat.
And Fancy Cat.
Take a look. You dig?
Fancy Cat Show.
You better stand there and get ready, and when you get ready, let's go.
I to start.
Girl, you pass, so you look good. Exam, you have to give you a sticky. Me no get wrong, but
Feelings I care for you because you will take life. Feelings I care for you. When we go to school, me little and fine.
Start again. Pause again.
Belly, our Admiral Bailey trick me with.
You see yourself following him down the Christian walk.
And when them tell me, say, God calling, I say, when?
Yeah, man.
I want you, man.
So that's how we used to call him. I to lick shot. Come on the party.
The Cut, brought to you by Flow.
I love
Listen, IT and Fancy Cat are so hilarious.
And they're not even trying,
effortlessly.
They're not even trying. They just are hilarious.
Listen to me. I'm going to be tuned in this Thursday at 8 p.m. right here on CVM because that finale is a must watch.
And it's a fitting finale.
Listen, when Fancy Cat is just, all right, from Mr. Fancy, you just start laugh. Like, you just...
Yeah.
Without him even opening his mouth.
What's like your favorite IT and Fancy Cat sketch of?
Why, Dennis, is that all him? Remember saying they prank me now? IT and Fancy Cat, they prank me for them show you now.
Prank you?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, they came to, I had an outside broadcast today, and they came there, but unbeknownst to me, a police officer come Nita, same come for arrest me because my outstanding ticket. Them tell me no another ticket, it makes me need to call my lawyer. and the police actually hear me. No, you can't. And then me know say Friday now, so me not get bail till Monday.
Yeah.
Jesus, me gonna spend the weekend at jail. Listen, I was totally petrified. Then listen, when we test them, Dennis, look here, no man, laughing while across road, while. They caught me. But I absolutely love them, how professional they are, how true to their craft they are, and how they just bring a smile to your face. So that's definitely one to watch. But guess what? Before we jump into an amazing show on this very brilliant Tuesday, here is your mixtape. Yay!
Hear this and then go on bend your back, go on bend your knees, baby, shake it to the max. Get attached, people get hurt like that. I don't wanna hurt like that. You gotta have my back. Hey, Lord, I'ma take a chance. Been a dog on my life, niggas time I change. Yeah, I had a couple dimes, I don't need that change. I just smile when I see you, find that strange. I just took some shots, baby, that's why I keep calling. All on FaceTime, and you gotta show me now, don't waste time. I'm feeling lucky right now, baby, hey now. Hey, I wanna pull up on you, send your location, girl, I'm on the move. Some days are easier to fake it. I find it hard to think when you're brought up. I know it takes a heart to break it, but you took that and some more when you gave up. I get it. Some things don't work and that's the way love goes. I get it. It's over now, but time will tell. You are jealous, know what we found. So this song will be ordinary. You got me kissing the ground, will be sanctuary. Shadow me when you talk, oh Lord, return me to dust. The angels up in the clouds, are jealous, know what we found. Hopeless holidays.
Seize the next IPO opportunity seamlessly with the Sagicor E-Invest.
The time by Sagicor E-Invest is 6:15.
Crunch you want. New KFC saucy wings. Delicious, hot, and spicy wings tossed in savory mango habanero or buffalo sauce. Wings that will crunch the rest. New KFC saucy wings. It's finger-licking good.
Hon, I've been thinking, what are we going to do about our retirement?
The children.
The children?
Yeah, the children.
Contact our Scotia Insurance advisor for your Scotia Bridge plan.
The children, huh?
Scotia Insurance, we've got a better retirement plan.
Every day starts with care. Care that's always close. Supermed Family of Pharmacies is where you go for everything you need. From your morning routine to life's biggest moments. Supermed Family of Pharmacies is always by your side. Whether it's prescriptions or household essentials, trust the care that's close to home. Super happy, super healthy, Supermed.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winford Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
So much more than entertainment.
It's at 6:21 here in Kingston, Jamaica. What time is it in your time zone, wherever you're watching? Thank you very much to the folks on YouTube.
Good morning.
It is 23 degrees Celsius in Kingston already. That means it's going to be a warm day, so you can dress appropriately.
Yeah.
Of course, it is right in time for your daily dose of headlines with your Tika Proctor. Good morning, Teeks.
Morning.
How are you?
Hi, Tika Proctor. How are you?
How are you?
TK
How's
said,
your neck?
Yeah, man, I'm in your neck of the woods. Me know she's coming out. And she said her duppy, you know.
This morning, you know.
Me say, yeah, man.
Good to me.
You know? Me say, when I'm here, you know, said TK said her duppy from over her dressing room. Come back straight into my neck. But it's all right. God have a plan for everybody.
I think I'm going to stay off the show tomorrow.
Looking forward to seeing you, you know.
But it's a good thing that it's not really hurting that bad. You understand?
Yeah,
What's hard to know? What is it?
Not that.
Let's jump into the headlines,
Yes.
man.
Yes.
We'll keep your neck straight for
Definitely.
that one. Ready? So, healthcare workers denounce violence against colleague through protest. Nurses and healthcare workers in the corporate area staged a peaceful protest yesterday morning to denounce violence and injustice and call for stronger protections for women across the nation. Joining the demonstration were Minister of Health and Wellness, Dr. Christopher Tufton, and Minister of Culture, Gender, Entertainment and Sport, Olivia Babsy-Grange. Both officials stressed that violence against women, particularly those serving and caring for our nation, is unacceptable. The protest was sparked by, of course, the disturbing incident on May 12, in which 65-year-old St. Andrew businessman Robert Bell was caught on video assaulting a nurse during a road rage encounter. Bell now faces several charges, including assault occasioning bodily harm, assault with intent to cause grievous bodily harm, common law assault, and 2 counts of firearm possession with intent to injure.
I commend the nurses for their marches today and the protests. It was also great that the ministers were there. My thing, though, is TK. I find that a lot when these incidents happen, it's a 9-day wonder, right? And we protest and we talk, but then there is no implementation of same. And it's like we just go back to regular scheduled programming. And I just don't want this time for it to be another incident where it just gets lost in transition. I'm hoping for something tangible, something meaningful, maybe something from the legislature in terms of our laws or tougher fines or something. And also just an awareness, right? So a public campaign as to how men should treat women, how women should acquit themselves, how we should treat each other as human beings. So outside of a gender thing, Dennis, just as a human being, as a person, how do we respect ourselves, respect others, be tolerant, as you mentioned yesterday, dealing with our anger, right? So we have to put things in place to mitigate these circumstances, but it shouldn't be a situation where it's just for the camera and it's just for the here and now, and 9 days after it's just back to what we were doing before, right? There are too many women who have suffered at the hands of men in this country. We have a problem, we have a rape culture, we have a pedophilia culture, we have a femicide issue, we just have a problem with anger, and we're not talking about it. And a lot of people know it, but we gloss over it, or we want to hide it. We want to sweep it under the carpet. What we've endured over the years as women is not normal. And I will say to women too, you know, many women I've never faced that personally, right? But it doesn't mean that you can't empathize, and it doesn't mean that it cannot knock at your door as well. So don't feel too safe and too protected like it could never be you. I'm sure that that nurse never in her wildest dreams thought that that would happen to her, right? And so we need to do something, have a public campaign, have some kind of intervention, and we need to deal with this issue and these issues head on and deal with it in a meaningful and a wholesome way.
You know what's funny? You both were just talking about sometimes a fine line between discipline and abuse when it comes to parenting. And you know, maybe we don't even think that how these things manifest later in life. Yeah. Because there are children who in homes, as they do something, you just get a box, you just get a lick, you just get shouted at, and so they see, oh, anger is normal. You know, lashing out is normal. Oh, this is how I deal with things. And so, just like you said, in terms of interventions, even programs for parenting and how to parent and how to manage emotions in children so that they can grow up to be able to manage it as adults. So,
but I'm happy that their presence was felt. It is a sad situation, and I'm happy that the nurses came out, you know. And as I said, I just hope that it will just move from a march into something meaningful that we can implement in our daily lives and change the way that we've been operating, because it is not business as usual and it is not normal.
It isn't. Next up, UTech academic and administrative staff protest for Anissa Dilworth. In a separate demonstration, academic and administrative staff from the University of Technology, Jamaica, UTech, also took to the streets yesterday morning to advocate for women's rights and an end to gender-based violence. This protest followed the discovery of skeletal remains at a beach in Portmore, St. Catherine, believed to be those of missing UTech student Anissa Dilworth, who was last seen on May 6, 2025. UTech President Dr. Kevin Brown expressed deep sorrow over the incident, calling it a painful reminder of the urgent need to address crime and violence in society. Anissa was a student in the Bachelor of Science in Pharmaceutical Technology program. The university has made counseling services available to students and staff and is reviewing campus security measures, especially for those living off campus. Dr. Brown also shared that the UTech community continues to hold Anissa's family in their thoughts during this difficult time.
So. Another promising young lady again, life taken, cut short. And these are the things, you know, Dennis, when I look at a young lady like that, when I saw the photograph and the missing, and I'm like, oh my God, I hope they find her. I hope she's returned safely. And now our family has to live with this. And when these acts of violence happen, the family is never the same.
Never.
Your classmates are never the same. Your school population is never the same, because always Anissa is going to be in our thoughts. You know what I mean? And so whenever these topics come up, TK and Dennis, I don't know, but when you look at social media, there are so many women who can also raise a hand to say, you know what, actually me too. It happened to me as well. Some women, a lot of these things have happened to them, but they've been kept quiet. They are, you know, hush hush. But when these things happen, so many women come out of the woodwork, and you're like, really? Wow, we have a problem. We do. Because so much woman could not tell lie. For what reason?
In relation to the case of Miss Dilworth, I remember when she just was reported missing, I mean, CCN, of course, published something, And I remember I got a call from my sister in Atlanta and said, have you guys seen anything about a young girl? She's missing, we can't find her. And, you know, she's a relative of some folks up this side. And, you know, we're in church having prayer meeting, praying that she'll be found safely. And so I told her, yeah, man, we're on the case, and I'll give you any updates as they come. And I remember when I got the call that a body was found, and it was believed to be hers. And when I got the call saying that we're pretty confident that it's her, you know, we were about to put out the information, and, you know, you're going through the process of making sure that the family knows. And then when you're satisfied that the family has been aware, because what you don't want is them to find out in the media. And you're trying to contain, for instance, who's in this space. Is there anybody taking pictures or videos? You know, you want to contain the space. So because you don't want to pick up your phone and see that,
your family member,
because that's the world that we live in now. And I remember I called my sister and I said to her, tell the church it's not good news. So shift the prayers to prayers for the family because she's not coming home. That kind of a phone call is never easy to make, and I spare a thought for the family. I was listening to the father speak on a station yesterday, and it's clear, like he was talking about his daughter,
his
and
baby.
how she was a young sprinter, and she ran the 100 and the 200, and, you know, she had all sorts of talents and aspirations and dreams, and he gone. He gone, and she never do anybody anything. And I was having a conversation with someone just last week, and the discussion was about somebody who was unable to perform a particular task on a particular day, a young lady, and she approached the young lady and said, "What's going on? You're supposed to deliver," and she said, you know, she was having some issues, and when she opened up, it was a sexual assault. And so the particular individual and another woman were there, and they were trying to one was trying to console her, and she noticed, the person who was speaking noticed that the other young lady was not consoling her. She was very cold towards her. So when they left, she said, "Boy, what happened to you? You're just cold towards her. Do you something?" And she said, "No, but that's my issue. I can't, because I was raped by my father as a child. I can't." So when I say that, I can't do it. I just become completely immobilized. And so, to your point, there's trauma hiding behind the surface that many people don't know.
Behind people a lot of wigs and makeups and well-dressed women. All walks of life, uptown, downtown, country. Everywhere.
Professor Freddie Hicklin did say, you know, more of us mad than we think, you know, way out. There are people who are just managing their mental illnesses that they're walking around
and
every day.
Managing their trauma as best as they can. But then it manifests itself in different ways. And so I'm asking the well-thinking men, right? Stand up for us as well, because there are well-thinking men out there in our society who love us, who protect us, who provide for us. We need you guys to stand up with us, stand up for us, because at the end of the day, I say, if there are no women, there is no life, right? So we just don't want women to be existing. We want well-thinking women, women who are loved, women who are in a right state of mind, a good place, right? And so there are, and a lot of these things in a TK is not nobody from far. Sometimes there's somebody very near in the family, in the household.
No, it's almost overwhelmingly that case. It is when it is, I mean, there are random cases like the case with the nurse, that this is just a random act of road rage and an altercation. But especially with children, it's always somebody who's breached a position of trust. Almost always somebody who you left them in your care, somebody in proximity to a relationship of trust, like a neighbor who, to the yard where you trust the person. So again, I'd say be careful of who you leave your children with. Be careful of who you trust your children with. Because, you know, and it is no respecter of gender.
And if you say, and if you see something or know something, say something, because you're just as complicit if you're hiding and if you're covering too many people know and cover and try to protect the predators, protect those perpetrators of violence against women. If you know them, call them out, name them, and shame them. When you do that, you might just save a life. Oftentimes, we focus so much on the victim and re-victimize the victim. And that's why a lot of women, too, don't want to come out and speak because you're going to judge me. So, you know what, me just I'll stick. Or you got to ask her, what me did have on, where did I do this? So,
the veil of secrecy and the veil of shame
predators
is where they thrive.
Yeah.
So let us lift the veil, yeah?
All right. Good job. Thank you so much, TK. All right, that's all the time we have for headlines. And when Sunrise returns, it's time to stay smart and be cyber bright. So please stay with us to learn more. It still and always is Sunrise.
We are proud to supply all of Jamaica with the highest standard of gas products to keep you safe and well taken care of. Choose well. Choose IGL.
The time by IGL is
6:30.
Hey you know all the people in your business?
You should take advantage of CVM TV's unbeatable small business advertising package. Trust me.
And get your goods and services in front of your customers today.
For $150,000, you get a high-quality professional commercial.
Plus 20 prime-time commercial spots.
That's massive exposure at a fraction of the cost.
Including on the #1 morning show in Jamaica, Sunrise.
So don't wait. Call us on 658-208-5377 and see your business goals happen right here on CVM Television.
Where the difference is made. Where titles are decided. Where respect is earned. Excel here and you could go down in history. It's the final third. CVM TV's weekly JPL preview show every Sunday, starting 30 minutes before our live broadcast. Get insight, analysis, and hear from your favorite players weekly, just before we bring you our feature broadcast for the day. Move from defense to attack and join us in the final third. This and every Sunday until the end of the JPL season.
In a world where innovation meets tradition, agriculture is evolving like never before. From the latest sustainable farming technologies to age-old practices passed down through generation, agriculture is
precious to me.
I love the animals. I don't mind getting my hands dirty. I love working.
Join us right here on CVM TV every Sunday during news at 7 as we explore the people, the science, and the breakthroughs that are shaping the way we grow, eat, and live. You don't want to miss it. This is Farming Forward.
All right. Good morning to you. Rise and shine, bright sparks. How are you doing? And I know you probably sent your text message already. And I hope you prayed this morning. Yes, I hope you got up and gave God thanks for getting us up and reopening our eyes, making all our faculties work. And of course, you have us right here on Sunrise. Now, to all the mommies out there and all the daddies who, the kids have the tablet, Dennis.
Yes.
They have the gadgets. They have the things.
We're digital parents. We're parenting in the digital age.
Remember, so where I come from, chalk and slate, pen, paper made pen.
That was the tablet.
It was a lot. And I'm saying these tablets right now.
The stone tablets.
The stone. Yes, right? Tabula rasa. I wonder if I just said them get tablet from. We're going back in today. Is that the etymology? But guess what, guys? We're diving into the wild world of cyber safety. We've got a tough topic with which to deal, but it's a super important one. And so, the beautiful, effervescent Emma Sharp Dalton Brown is back with us to share her expertise and break down digital footprints, cyberbullying, and when to stop oversharing online. Because let's face it, the internet isn't always a ray of sunshine and rainbows. It also has some dark ghosts and ghouls out there as well. So we welcome back Emma to Sunrise to
Morning,
walk us
Emma.
through. Good morning.
Miss Kitty.
Tech time.
Good morning, Dennis. How are you both?
I'm good.
Very well,
We're
thank
good,
you.
we're
And
good.
you?
Give
Great.
thanks.
Thank you very much.
Awesome. Awesome.
So today we're going to talk about digital footprint and also cyberbullying. So if we could start with my slides.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Good job.
Have we got them going?
Cyberbright.
Yes, here we go. So Cyberbright. So we're navigating through cyberspace in a safe and smart way. Stay sharp, be cyberbright. That's my mantra. Let's start with the first slide. Right, so Justin and Gabby, they're 13-year-old twins. These are parts of the workshops that I give to the kids, right? And to adults as well, but an older set for adults. What is your digital footprint? What do you think your digital footprint is?
Mine, as in mine?
Anybody's.
Oh, okay.
What is a digital footprint?
Your record online, like how online records you.
Your
Correct.
behavior, yeah.
Everything you do online.
Good, bad, and
Get to the
indifferent.
next slide. Right, so let's help Gabby and Justin figure out what might not be okay to put in a WhatsApp chat or other social media platforms. So we have these 6 things here, and which column would we put each of those in? So sarcastic insults, what do you think about that?
Not okay.
Not okay.
Right, so not okay. Now, when I talk about this in the classroom, a lot of kids, oh no, but you know, it's like a joke.
Yeah.
And I said, great, when you and I are together, you can hear me telling the joke.
Yes.
And you can hear my voice going up and down and my smile and my laughter. If I'm typing, what's missing?
The tone.
The tone is missing, correct. So that is not okay. Homework task?
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Coercive comments?
Not.
So like, come now, why you don't just miss class with me? Come.
Not okay.
You're not cool if you don't miss, do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That right.
Yeah.
You're so
A
lame.
pleasant comment?
Okay.
Right. Nude video or photo?
Definitely
You shouldn't
not.
have any.
Then yet, viral videos.
Oh, no, definitely not.
Exactly. So every person that passes that on, that shares it, is complicit.
Absolutely.
Sharing that, and you cannot be sharing nudity.
And you can be charged as well for it.
Of course you can be
if it's
charged for
child
it.
pornography.
So when that poor woman, about a year ago in the airport in Montego Bay, remember that viral video?
Yes.
Right? When somebody sent it to me into my WhatsApp, I didn't know what it was. I clicked on it, and I was like, what? I deleted it immediately. I called the person and said, why are you sending me this video?
Yeah.
You should not be sharing it. I don't want to see it. So we need to be very careful. And kids tend to be like, oh my God, look. And then the parent will say, send it to me. Do not send it.
Yes.
I've told the children, do not send it to your parents. If your parents really need to proof that it's there, show them the phone and then delete it off your phone. Don't send it. Photo or video of someone without permission.
Not okay.
Not okay.
It is not okay. Right? We must be getting permission. And when viral videos go on, now, yes, there's a purpose. It can help to solve a crime.
But send it to the relevant authorities.
Case in point, exactly. But to keep sending it, you're invading their privacy.
Yes.
Right? So let's look at this. Justin takes a science test. Gabby will have the same test later. Justin sends Gabby a WhatsApp with the test questions and answers. Gabby forwards them to friends in class. They forward them on. They all use these questions. How does this affect each student's digital footprint? And how can Gabby save herself? So how do you think it affects her digital footprint?
Well, I'm not sure about on the digital side, but if the teacher finds out, they're going to get in trouble because it's teaching.
Right.
It's cheating.
The digital footprint records that you cheated. So you
Yes.
can't get away from that.
Yes.
Right? So how can Gabby save herself? What's the one thing she can do?
Delete it when she gets it. Don't share it.
No, but then there's proof she's gotten it. Who's to say she didn't use it?
Oh, well, say something to the teacher,
She
maybe.
has to before the test. It's the only thing. She has to rat him out.
Yeah.
Now, of course, this upsets, children when I talk about it. But the truth is, Justin has already created a negative digital footprint of himself by sending it in WhatsApp. So Gabby has to be able to do that. Now, the reason why this is so important is that when you're applying for sixth form, when you're applying for colleges and universities, right, background checks are done. Things that happened years ago can come back to haunt you when you go for job interviews, right? Background checks are done. So we need to be very mindful. Our children especially, for their futures, have to be very careful what their digital footprint is giving the world, basically. So we need to leave a positive one. Next one. So everything you do online stays online forever. Your activity on most of these, right, leaves a digital footprint. Which ones do you think do not leave a digital footprint?
None.
No, there's some.
There's a shoe.
There's a shoe,
there's
correct.
a shoe, because that's your actual footprint.
Yes.
I don't know some of these symbols.
Premier League.
Yeah, Premier League, I don't think.
That does. It's online, it's a game online.
Oh, that's a game?
Yeah.
Oh, I did not know.
No.
That's a footprint in the sand.
That's a footprint, and then...
Google Classroom? No, the book.
So Google Classroom, every single thing leaves a digital footprint. Every search you make, every comment, every movie you search for, everything you look up, everything you just watch briefly, everything you scroll past, every single thing you do online.
I guess you don't. Anything that doesn't leave a digital footprint is not done online.
It's just not on your device. Your device connects up to being online. So even photos.
Yes.
Right. If we could move on to the next slide, please. Right. So even photographs, because when once your device is online, your photographs are then gone into the cloud.
And sometimes too, the actual device will ask you for access, allow or not allow, or you know. Yeah.
So Gabby and Justin, they get it now. What you post matters. Leave a positive digital footprint. It is always with you.
Yeah.
The next slide, please. We're gonna now, right, so think before you post, right? Is it true? Is it helpful? Is it inspiring? Is it nice, or is it kind? Right? We must think about everything we post. Firstly, we want to be nice to other people, but we need to be nice to ourselves because our digital footprint matters.
Absolutely.
All right, the next topic now we're going to get to is cyberbullying. What is cyberbullying? What do you think cyberbullying is?
The keyboard warriors who use the digital space to harass and abuse people.
Right, so any form of bullying online, basically.
Yeah.
Correct.
Keyboard
All right, so let's look at this is not an exhaustive list. All right, but coercion, denigration, so putting people down for their race, for their gender, right, for their religion, emotional blackmail, exclusion, grooming, which we're going to get to, harassment, impersonation, so like when there's identity theft, lies, of course, being mean, outing secrets, even if somebody tells somebody a secret and tells somebody a secret and then it gets to you and then you tell somebody else, you're still complicit in that bullying just because you weren't the first person. Stalking, threats like bomb threats, we know that's been that has happened here. Tricking people and also trolling and phishing, which is basically scams. Tricking and scams are kind of similar. They all interlock. Usually when one form of cyberbullying
in like impersonation or
so that's this.
Okay.
So this is right. So using a hook to catch them, but yes, in a way, yes, impersonation as well. Because people can take your photograph, set up a new account, and also pretend to be you as well.
I've said many times that like I'm very wary of like allowing my son to play those games where you can go online and because adults often pretend to be children and then engage them.
Correct. So
you see why the man just play wheel and wire? And bend down, stocky and dandish and they just skip for me now. And we could play ABC fast or slow and come off. Just go your bed.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't take the things.
So girls in Justin's class, remember they're 13, girls in Justin's class pressure him to send them streaks on Snapchat. He has to study for exams and does not have time to send streaks. Do you know what streaks are?
I have not a clue.
I'm going to give you an analogy of what a streak is, right? So this is how many streaks are between say like Rachel and these friends, okay? 7, right. So what it is as simple as, it is similar to picking up a stone, passing it to you, right? And you pick up the stone and you put it back and it back and forth. And children waste time doing these streaks and they count, according to how many times they do it, is how many times they're recorded. Now, if you and I do it, Miss Kitty, right, and Dennis and I do it, but you and I do it more times, we might be each other's BFFs.
Okay.
And then he might get cross because he's like, wait a second, no. So we have to do it more, and then you two do more, and it goes on like this. So it's kind of asinine, right? Just to give you a briefing. But anyway, the point of this is for the fact that the girls, they're very upset with him because he won't send streaks. So the girls get back at him and they post photos of him that are unflattering and say awful things about him on social media. Right? They also block him on all their social media accounts. Is this cyberbullying?
Yes, Emma. And I want tidy up your room. When you must streak, I'm going to streak you. Look here, you need to watch. Go fold up your socks. Go and tidy up your drawer. You see the streaks.
So, Miss Kitty, when I describe it like that with the stone for the children, and these are fifth formers as well, they'll be like, they're like jaws drop. They can't believe they're wasting so much time.
Wow.
Right? So so this is cyberbullying. If we move on to the next slide, please. Right. So do not coerce people. So they're trying to coerce Justin to do something he doesn't want to do. That's also pointless. Stop being mean. They're then mean. They put pictures of him out online that are unflattering without permission, also unflattering. They say horrible things about him. Then they block him from their class chats. So they're excluding.
Yes.
Right. So if we get to the next example. So Justin plays online games with a boy who says his name is Joshua. They chat regularly and become good friends. Gabby is very concerned at first. We move on. Right, so Justin and Joshua, very close friends. After a year, Gabby makes friends with Joshua too. Soon she starts to like him. Joshua likes her back, compliments her. They become a so-called couple online. She has a crush on him. He says he loves her too. He manipulates her for months to send a nude photo of herself to him by saying if she really loved him, she would send it. So she does. She gets manipulated. This manipulation takes months. Joshua shares her nude photos with others. Soon many online and at school shame her. Who is in the wrong in this situation and why?
Well, primarily the Joshua is in the wrong, but she should never have sent it.
She's 13.
Yes.
She's been cyber-groomed.
Yes.
Right? So she is not in the wrong at all.
Yeah,
she's only 13. She's a child. Right? There's a reason there's an age of consent.
Yes.
But manipulation happens. So Joshua is the only one in the wrong. So we need to watch out for cyber grooming alert. Right? Emotional blackmail is used to get people to send nude photographs. They might pretend they already have one. They might make a deep fake and say, if you don't send me one, I'll send out the deep fake. And also people harassing them afterwards. So there's always the blame on the victim.
Well, guess what?
Right?
Emma, I really love this. And we're definitely going to have to pick this up and do a part 2 because this is such a wealth of information. I learned about streaking today and I had no streaking idea about what streaking is.
What is streaking?
And you know, and I like how you break it down, you know, Emma, because sometimes as a person who may not be so immersed in the digital world, it seems so aloof. But how you're breaking it down, it's like, wow, quite understandable and quite relatable as well.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, we need to think of it in real terms.
Indeed. Yeah. Thank you very much, Emma Sharp Dalton Brown, the founder of Cyberbright. Please, let's all get Cyberbright. It's the right thing to do. All right, coming up next, it's Mic Check, and it goes to Bikini Bottom to get some life lessons from SpongeBob SquarePants.
Aye, Captain.
SpongeBob.
We'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
Reasons to believe in a dog food brand. Great nutrition, great price, and your dogs love the taste. But what if it's also made for Caribbean dogs? No artificial colors or flavors, with an eye on the environment, so we only use paper bags. Then you will be just as happy as your dog. Truly. It's true. We love dogs.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winfred Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
So much more than entertainment.
From politics to global events, from social issues to breaking news, Lead Story Prime dives deeper, cuts through the noise, and uncovers the stories that shape your world. Join us every Tuesday at 8 p.m. for Lead Story Prime with me, George Davis, for an hour of incisive analysis, expert interviews, and unparalleled coverage of the issues you care about. Lead Story Prime, your front row seat to the most compelling discussions. Lead Story Prime, where the truth comes first. Only on CVM TV.
This
High Street. Good morning.
Folks. This Child Month, we're going under the sea for a lesson from SpongeBob SquarePants.
Courtesy of Patricia.
Remember that pizza delivery episode in season 1, episode 5? Rude customer, anyone? Well, this is where laughter meets learning. Let's take a look, Patrick.
I can't wait to see the look on our customer's face.
Yeah?
Congratulations, sir. Your Krabby Patty pizza is here.
Wow, thanks. I've been dying for one of these. Where's my drink?
What drink?
My drink? My Diet Dr. Kelp? Don't tell me you forgot my drink!
But you didn't order any.
How am I supposed to eat this pizza without my drink? Didn't you ever once think of the customer? You call yourself a delivery boy? Well, I ain't buying!
Sponge? Sponge? It's okay. Sponge? Sponge?
Another one? Look, I told your little friend I ain't paying for that!
Well, this one's on the...
Did he change his mind?
He sure did. Ate the whole thing in one bite.
No drink?
No. Now, take me home.
Are you kidding? We have just enough time to make it back to work.
Work?
This is courtesy of Patricia Chisholm.
And you know,
who said she's found so much profundity.
Yeah, in the life lessons to be gleaned from that particular
from
clip.
this excerpt.
You can't tell so Patricia had work on this from like last week to feel good in her little self. Like she find something. You know when Isaac Newton find, you understand? But cartoons, you know, have a lot of life lessons, you know. On display and interwoven, and in this particular one with SpongeBob, and I'm a SpongeBob fan, by the way. It's about, you know, when the recipient of the pizza, I saw themes of entitlement, themes of abuse, themes of togetherness, when SpongeBob and Squidward can actually collaborate.
Exactly, because I don't expect Squidward to be, you know, in defense of SpongeBob.
Yeah, it's like, okay, you know, it just goes to show too that, you know, it's good that, you know, we all need somebody sometimes to pick us up and help us through
to
hard
defend
times.
us in our corner.
Yeah,
you know?
But it also speaks to somebody who feels entitled. I mean, somebody brings you pizza and today say thanks. Yeah, ask for free drink. Where's your free drink? I
get that when I go home, though. I get that all the time. Like last night, like I came home with Jackson's fries. Good evening to the folks at Burger King Manor Park. They know once I walk in. The good day to the folks at Wendy's Constant Spring. They know once I walk in what it's all about.
Is that fries something?
It's a fries.
Fries that for me right now today.
No man, fries. A fries time.
Fries.
Yeah. So I got home and I give him the fries. Here's your. Oh, Dad, thanks for the fries. And then he's like, "Where's my free drink?"
Oh, so it's actually a thing.
Where's my free drink, Dad? And I was like,
drink some water. I go to your streaking room.
So I poured him orange juice, and he's like, "Thanks for my free drink."
Yeah.
I don't know, but We all need a free drink, but it's how we deal with it.
Absolutely. And sometimes when you can't get your free drink, you just have to move on. You know what I mean? Cry it out.
Cry
get
it
a
out.
friend.
Get a friend to
move
support
on.
you.
All right. Well, that's all the time we have for this mic check this morning. It's now time for a short break. And then it's over to TK for the morning news.
What can 16 extra grams of protein do for you? True Shape Protein Plus. With 16 extra grams of protein. Fuel the hustle.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winfred Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
So much more than entertainment.
It all comes down to this. All the hard work, sweat, fight, and determination. 8 months of thrills and despair. Now it's time to crown a champion. Cavalier and Mount Pleasant duel for the top prize in local club football for the 3rd season running. It's the Jamaica Premier League Super Final, live on CVM TV. Labor Day, Friday, May 23. Kickoff at 7 p.m. Mount Pleasant came out on top in 2023, and Cavalier turned the tide last season. Who will walk away with the coveted prize in 2025? Find out when the final comes to you live this Labor Day, Friday, May 23, from the National Stadium, starting at 7 p.m. See it all happen right here on CVM TV. The JPL Super Finals, brought to you by Sunshine Snacks, ABC Electrical, and Texaco.
The Time by Hyundai or Hyundai 5 free payments, 3 years free insurance, or 3 years free petrol bonus is
7 o'clock.
Welcome to Morning News. I'm TK Dawkins. Members of the public are being advised that the Mount Russell Main Road in St. Catherine, connecting St. Catherine and St. Anne, is impassable. Police say a trailer overturned on the roadway near Hines Quarter shortly after midnight, impeding traffic from both directions. The alternative route is via the North-South Highway. The police say they are coordinating with the relevant authorities to have the matter rectified. Residents of Bamboo River in St. Thomas say the deplorable condition of their drain has been a major issue in the area for several years. They complain that it has been the cause of immense flooding, which oftentimes pose both health and safety concerns. Adrian Williams reports.
Locals are in a state of constant distress as they say the Bamboo River drain needs to be urgently cleaned. According to Rosemary Shaw, councillor caretaker for the Morant Bay Division, St. Thomas, the drain is not only a health hazard but poses a threat to life and property whenever it rains.
A motor vehicle almost fell in that little footbridge there, almost causing injury and damage.
Shaw spoke to the St. Thomas Municipal Corporation seeking funding towards the cleaning of the drain. This additional support is meant to implement measures to improve the conditions of the drain.
We are going to do some work, some community work. The material will be supplied, paid for by the St. Thomas Municipal Corporation.
She highlighted the fact that she's actively lobbying on behalf of the residents to get this issue rectified as soon as possible.
This issue is the responsibility of the National Works Agency, not really the Parish Council, but as your representative, I can speak on any issue that affects the community. So I have made a representation to my Superintendent of Works at the Parish Council. I also appeal to the Mayor to have this thing looked at and remedied.
Adrian Williams reporting for CVM News.
And to sports, West Indies women won their tour opener by 80 runs over an England Cricket Board Developmental 11 on Sunday in Canterbury. Sent to bat, West Indies raced to 175 for 4 off their 20 overs, with Kiana Joseph top scoring with 62 from 35 deliveries. Zeta James, out for a duck, was the only player not to reach double figures. In reply, the ECB 11 were restricted to 95 for 7 with 2 wickets each from Karishma Ramarak, 2 for 11, and Afi Fletcher, 2 for 18. The first ODI between the West Indies and England bowls off on Wednesday at the Spitfire Ground in St. Lawrence, Canterbury. Jamaican Alyssa James bulldozed her way through 2 rounds of qualifying to book a spot in the main draw of the J500 Milan Junior Tennis Tournament in Italy. Seeded at 3 in the qualifiers, James took out hometown Diletta D'Amico 6-1, 6-2 in her first match and dismissed another Italian, Viola Bedini, 6-1, 6-love. Her opponent on Tuesday in the tournament's main draw will be Elena Kovakova from the Czech Republic. James, the number 1 ranked junior in the Caribbean and Central America, is on tour on the European circuit after being awarded a coveted place on the International Tennis Federation Grand Slam Player Development Team. The highlight of her travels will be taking the court at Roland Garros on June 1 for the Junior French Open. Alice and her father, who serves as coach, are just delighted with the latest step in her career.
I am delighted to have been selected as a member of the Grand Slam Player Development Program. During the current tour, I will play 3 tournaments in Italy, 1 in Belgium, prior to Roland Garros. These tournaments will provide great preparation and help me adjust to European clay courts. I've been practicing and training super hard with my team, and I look forward to represent myself and Jamaica at these prestigious events.
I'm extremely proud that Alice has been selected to the ITF Grand Slam Player Development 17 and under team to Europe, as the program aims to invest in the development of emerging tennis players. The selection is therefore a recognition of the hard work that we have been putting in over the years. During the tour, she'll participate in 5 tournaments, 3 in Italy, 1 in Belgium, leading up to Roland Garros in June. And I feel that her level is getting better as she adjusts to the European clay courts and the level of physicality that the surface demands. The competition is tough as she's competing among the best juniors in the world, but I'm confident that she'll perform well as she had a good training block prior to embarking on the tour. For Alice, I'm also very proud of her because playing in a Grand Slam and representing Jamaica is one of her dreams, and she has put in hard work over many years to make it a reality, and I'm sure that she will do well.
And that's it for Morning News. Join us again at noon for more from our news and sports desk. I'm TK Dawkins. Sunrise continues after this.
Miss your share from the NWC's bucket full of goodies? Don't worry. The Debt Amnesty Package has been extended for another 2 months. From now until May 31, you could benefit from debt write-offs. To find out if you qualify for benefits under the Amnesty Package, don't delay. Let's hear from you today. Dial 888-225-5692 or 888-call NWC. The NWC Debt Amnesty, a part of our bucket full of goodies.
Celebrating one. For this, the first lead story here on CVM TV.
1 year of bold reporting.
And of course, we look at solutions. But the fact is,
1 year of fearless investigations.
It's a very important argument and it's a very important issue.
1 year of asking the tough questions.
16 is not enough. Is 13 enough?
Lead Story with George Davis is celebrating 1 year of delivering the truth day after day. And we are just getting started.
Let's start the show.
IT and Fancy Cat Show. Who the singer? And get ready. And when you get ready, let's go, go, go.
I to start.
Girl, you pass so they look good. Exam me have to give you a sticky. Me no get wrong, but
feelings I care for you because you will take life. Feelings I care for you. When we go to school, me little and fine.
Say that again. Pause again.
Belly, our Admiral Bailey tricked me with.
you see yourself following him down the Christian walk?
And when them tell me, say, God calling, that's a when.
Yeah, man. I want you, man.
Come on the party.
The Cut, brought to you by Flow.
It's the growth for me. I don't know. I think these children nowadays, like they have some fertilizer at them foot where they just spring up. And that is why, Dennis, it is so important that we love them, we protect them, we nurture them, we encourage them, we affirm them so that they can come into themselves and accomplish their dreams and know that if they want it, if they can dream it, we're here to help them achieve it. I am super excited to have you back with us right here on Sunrise, and this very special guest, unbeknownst to me, I didn't know she had grown into such a beautiful, wonderful, talented young lady. And so all art lovers, I want you to gather here, as we're going to be diving into the world of creativity with Kaylee Grant. She is now 16 years of age. She is an art wizard. She got more artistic talent than, you know, just to shake the paintbrush, because she can do a lot. But I got to tell you, chip no fall far from block, because her mom is also an artist with another kind of paintbrush. That is the makeup brush, right? And Kaylee can do from sketches to digital designs. We're talking passion, inspiration, and maybe even a future career in art. Kaylee joins us this morning, and we welcome you to Sunrise. Princess, how are you?
Good morning, I'm fine.
So just a little backstory. I know Kaylee from Kaylee was Yay High, and I'm so proud of her as a student of the Campion College.
Yes.
And you have definitely bloomed and blossomed beautifully. Talk to me about your love of art and how did that come about?
So basically, my love for art started when I was a toddler. Like in basic school, I'd just be like drawing all the time, and over the years, like my passion for it, like it got larger because I would find these like drawing apps on the app store. I'd download them and I would learn how to draw from them, and I draw in my sketchbooks. I'd show my mom, like anything I liked, I would just draw. So like over time, it just like got bigger and bigger until I realized like when I was around 12 years old, I was like, I want to take this seriously. I actually want a career in art.
Wow. So what kind of career? Because I mean, the choices and options are so varied.
Yeah.
What sparks your interest in particular?
Well, over the past 4 years, I've been like debating different art careers. And it was when I was at school and the different mediums that they allow us to explore is when I realized, okay, like a career I would choose would be a graphic designer, and then I would be an illustrator that does like commissions on the side or just sell my own artwork as well.
Oh, wow.
Well, you clearly have a path ahead.
Yes.
You know, what, well, you started off as in just doing sketches, but like, what's one of the aspects of art that you're getting good at that excites you most?
Painting, because like I've just been like drawing, like coloring with like pencils and markers, and I did not like painting before until about third form, where we were like forced to do it for an art class, and that's when I actually developed my love for it. And over the years, I've just been painting. I've bought so many different paints to like experiment and just draw a lot. Like even my art essays that I submitted recently, like all of them are just paintings.
Oh, wow. And in terms of, you know, just doing different things, because I know art is also very personal and it's your interpretation. Have you ever seen something and you say, okay, you put your own Kaylee twist on it kind of vibe?
Yes, like when I like design my concepts, I try to make them relate to me as much as possible and to what I like personally, so I can see myself through my art.
You know, some of the time, well, when you start off, you tend to be doing it, you know, just for the love and the passion, but then when you get caught up with school, you're doing assignments and projects. How often do you get to just do stuff for fun, like with all of the busyness?
Well, like in my earlier years of school, I had a lot of freedom. But like when you like reach upper school, that's when it gets like tight because you have CSEC. So actually it's like incredibly difficult to find time. Like currently my recent works have just been for like my art class.
I can just imagine.
But guess what? Your work, Kaylee, was featured on the chalkboard wall at Cafe Blue, Constant Spring last week. Talk to us about that. How did that come about?
Okay, so basically it started with when I went to breakfast at Cafe Blue with my mother. And I have this little travel sketchbook that I bring like everywhere. So I was just doing this little sketch. It's like about right here. Yes. I was doing this little sketch of the cafe. So I drew my drink that I got and then the atmosphere, and I do some just some creative twist on it. And my mother, she took a picture of it, she posted it, and she tagged them. And then they DM'd her and they're like, oh, I'd love to like commission your daughter to do a Child's Month piece. And when I heard, I was like really excited because, oh my gosh, this is my first commission. So I was very excited, very nervous, and I just started brewing the concept because it's for Child's Month. So I'm like, what could be like childlike that I could do to represent Child's Month on such a large scale where everybody's going to go in every day and they're going to see it when they're having their drinks and their food. So after like making like different concepts, I landed on just what I do, which is art. So I drew these two children actually drawing on their own board saying Child's Month and all kind of childlike things on the board as well. Like
so is it there now?
Yes, it's
okay,
there
Dennis,
now.
you know what we're going to do? We're going to go up because I actually eat at that cafe.
At that particular Cafe Blue.
Hi, Cafe Blue, Constant Spring. Hi, Cafe Blue, Sovereign. How you doing? What we're going to do, and I want everybody, if you're going to go to Cafe Blue today or for the month of May, I want you to take a picture of Kaylee's artwork on the wall and post it and tag her in it, right? Post it, like share it.
Tag her,
yeah, so we can share it and so others can see and also be inspired. So when you finished, Kaylee, how did you feel about the finished product?
I felt especially proud because this is the first time using like such a large canvas, and also this is the first time I've ever used chalk.
I was going to ask you about chalk.
I was really nervous because I was like, oh, I've never used chalk before, I've never drawn this large before, what am I going to do? But at the end of the day, I did it, and everybody around me, they were like clapping, and I was just like really surprised because I was like, oh, did I really do that good?
Clapping! I love it. You are amazing. So Cafe Blue, thanks to you also for engaging a youngster, a talented young lady, for doing something so awesome. You know, I really appreciate when corporate companies, Dennis, put their money where their mouth.
They have a little vision.
Yeah,
take a
you know
chance.
what I mean? Yeah, on a child, right?
Yeah.
And they took a chance on Kaylee, and I'm quite sure that they are pleased. So what's next for you, madam?
What's next for me is to just continue developing my career. I have a lot of ideas for when I finish my exams, that I'm going to do like a lot of paintings, I'm going to explore different mediums. I've been especially interested in like sculpting and also graphics and visual communication. I love making little designs for like posters and whatnot. Yeah. So I have a lot of big ideas and big things I want to do, but most especially I'd love to like get more opportunities like the one I got at Cafe Blue, the one I have right here. I just love to be out more and like establish myself as a young artist in Jamaica and worldwide actually.
You ever tell me something? You ever drawn on about like police and service and something like that? There's like this big thing coming up next month, you know. We talk. I have my people call your people.
She has a manager. She has a manager, actually. Yeah, I'm a manager. You have to call me. You have to speak to me. Our attorney, you understand? Because I got to read those contracts for her.
Yes.
Okay, I'm so proud of you, and I'm so happy for you. You're so beautiful. You're so talented. And for children who love art, Kaylee, because sometimes parents don't necessarily get it. And sometimes if it's not math, English, or social studies,
they're not going to support it.
They don't encourage their children. What would you like to say to parents who have children like you who are good at drawing or who love art or who naturally gravitate toward that aspect of their creativity? How should they encourage them?
Well, I'd say if you love your child and your child loves art, always encourage them because art is everywhere. Art will always be a career. So even if it's not something in like STEM or any other like career, that doesn't mean that art isn't like a real career, something that you can pursue, because when you look around you, everything is art, graphic design, or when you like go around and you see like murals, or even architecture, fashion, like everything you see is art. The world depends so much on art. So I feel like if your child loves art, even if you don't understand it, just keep on encouraging them, and then you're gonna watch them bloom. Because even when I was younger, my mother, like, she would just see me draw. She didn't really think much of it until like I would like start like drawing things I like, and I just replicate them like really nicely, and she's like, whoa, like this is really good. And she started investing in me, and that's where I am today, because she believed in me. So just encourage your children and believe in them, support them in what they want to do, especially if it's art. So they're just gonna bloom like a flower.
Big up the good mother then. Yeah.
Danielle, big ups to you, because I know you're very proud, you're beaming, and just, you know,
Definitely.
it's like when you have a child like your tape, it goes good to see you. Father God, thank you.
Thank you.
See you today. Your mom is absolutely proud of you, and so are we, and we wish you all the best, and we're always here to support your career, support your journey, and in whatever way we can assist, please do reach out to us and let us know, all right? And of course, if you want to get our artwork, where can we find you on social media?
You can find me at on Instagram at KEIRIKLEE. It's pronounced as my name both ways, but it's just spelled differently.
Oh, okay.
So it's basically just Kaylee, but it's spelled differently. KEIRIKLEE.
All right, we're going to write it down and we're going to get it. But thank you so much, my love. All the best.
Thank you very much.
And congrats again on being commissioned by Cafe Blue. And remember to head on up to Cafe Blue, take that photo, tag Kaylee in it, tag yourself. Yeah, I'm going to take a photo. I was going to finish. Where you want to omelette?
I remember me, I go up a hill.
Yeah, me can't feel.
Oh, yeah,
omelette, pancake?
Yeah.
Dan just say I take coffee, like him give me money for put out. You hear him put in order? You hear him put in order, like me I work with him?
That's a dangerous
I
thing.
saw him stay, yeah. But I can get you coffee, that's all right.
Yeah, man,
so pancakes, omelette.
Yeah.
Would you like French toast?
No.
Need a different. Okay, you know what? We're gonna get. We're all going to Cafe Blue this morning.
Yeah.
Yes.
We have to support the people who support the people. Definitely.
Absolutely. And we're supporting our children.
All right.
Yeah.
That was our little bright spark this morning. Kaylee Grant, a student and artist. Coming up next, it's the Lyrical Firestorm 450. He's in the house. He's going to be in studio. You don't want to miss it. Stay with us.
Shine bright like a diamond. Fine light in the beautiful sea. I chose to be happy. You and I, we're like diamonds in the sky. You're a shooting star, I see, a vision of ecstasy. When you hold me, I'm alive. We're like diamonds in the sky. I knew that we'd become one right away. Oh, right away.
Purchasing a vehicle is a lot more attainable with a Sagicor Bank Auto Loan. You'll be able to have your loan processed fast and hassle-free. We make it affordable with low interest rates. Your payments are manageable with up to 10 years to repay. Owning a new vehicle is comfortable with up to 100% financing. With a Sagicor Bank Auto Loan, your next ride is ownable and insurable. With discounts on auto insurance. With a Sagicor Bank Auto Loan, you'll be able to own the car of your dreams.
Protecting Jamaica's borders is a key priority for the Jamaica Customs Agency. The JCA will remain vigilant and resolute in effectively fulfilling this mandate. The time brought to you by the Jamaica Customs Agency is 7:15 a.m.
Excuse me, that looks delicious. Where did you get that pizza?
Pizza, please. Best pizza in town.
Pizza Please, the widest variety of pizzas in Jamaica. Grab a slice or order a whole pie. Find us at 4 locations across Kingston and Ocho Rios and at pizzapleaseja.com. Pizza Please, Italian pizzas, Jamaican flavors.
From politics to global events, from social issues to breaking news, Lead Story Prime dives deeper, cuts through the noise, and uncovers the stories that shape your world. Join us every Tuesday at 8 p.m. for Lead Story Prime with me, George Davis, for an hour of incisive analysis, expert interviews, and unparalleled coverage of the issues you care about. Lead Story Prime, your front row seat to the most compelling discussions. Lead Story Prime, where the truth comes first. Only on CVM TV.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winfred Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
So much more than entertainment.
She be my reggae and blues. Me I no fit like see you put me on cruise. Waiting I want do. Get this your body got me feeling confused. Say my baby fine pass a million times. Me I no go mind to spend all of my time. Say now you me I choose. Get this your body got me feeling confused.
All right, welcome back, Sunrisers. Well, Billboard artist 450 is in the house. He's here in studio and he has been pretty busy of late with hits after hits after hits. When you go on his YouTube, we're not talking about a little 500,000 views. We're talking about 45 million, 15 million, 10 million, 100 million. My God, him deal in the millions. Like a bad video for him is like 10 million views. Yeah, we're talking about, that's what you call hits after hits. But most importantly, he's working on his new project with artists like Davido and Shenseea. 450 is here this morning to share the good news on his latest album, Pieces of Me, as well as his album listening party that's happening tonight. Welcome to the house, 450.
450, how are you?
Morning.
Good morning. Pieces of Me, what that title means in terms of how did you come up with that? Why that title for the album?
Okay, that's me realizing that the album that I made, the songs is just, as the name suggests, literally pieces of me, just expressing different sides and emotions of my personality.
For somebody who has not listened to the album, what would you say are the pieces of you? What are some adjectives or words that you can associate with 450?
I would say my emotions in terms of love, my views on different aspects of life. Just, I mean, the best thing I could say is just purchase the album, listen and get a deeper insight on 450. Yeah.
So tell us about the listening party. I think this is a novel idea. It's a smart idea to have a listening party to kind of get people into it, to introduce them to it. Tell us about where it's going to be taking place and how.
All right, so the listening party is tonight at Top Bar, sponsored by Top Bar.
Okay, that's at Evan House?
Yes, also Select Brands. You know, it's also going to be set up by Main Event, so you know, it's going to be a nice setup for everybody. Just forward out, listen to some unreleased songs and just hold a vibe with me, the artist, and the whole team, and just,
Is it free to enter?
No, you can purchase tickets, RSVP tickets as well on 450.com.
Okay.
Go to the event section and you can get them there, so.
And what time you start?
I'm not sure the time.
Javi,
what time does the artist
start? Hello, Mr. Ambassador.
So,
what time?
Yeah. It should be 9 p.m. So there we go.
9. All
So it's a nice late evening vibe.
Yeah.
What kind of vibe is it gonna be? Of course, you know, a Main Event is gonna be good, but like, you know, you have any special guests that you're bringing out?
Maybe. Let's see. Yeah, but tonight is just about 450 and the album.
Yeah.
Tonight, really, that's main focus. So, as I said, us forward out, we're gonna have our energy. It's going to be a musical atmosphere.
The song with you and Davido and Shenseea is really great. It sounds really good. It has an international appeal, and I'm really hoping that it will cross over. Talk to me about that particular song, and you know, how did the collaboration come about? And when you heard the finished product, what are your thoughts of it?
Alright, so I was actually in Turks and Caicos doing a show at the time when David made a link to someone in our team, and I was on a video call with him and he was just talking about how he respect my music and saying he want to do some work. So naturally, that's a giant. So
Afrobeats market right there.
Exactly. So I tell him, as soon as I go back to Jamaica, I'm gonna work on it. I got back to Jamaica, went to the studio, did my verse, and I sent him back to him. Him did love it, and he just told me from there, I think it was probably like 4 months before the album came out, that he would be on his album, so yeah.
Nice. What has the response been like? I mean, because he has an entire throng, a massive following.
Definitely.
How has that impacted your career?
Massive, because since the song has been released and his album, there's a lot of reach from the African market, especially my DMs and people just connecting, so it's always a pleasure and a joy.
I'm not suggesting that you derive validation from clicks and views and whatever, but what's it like for you? Because again, as an artist, we're just talking to a young artist of a different kind. What's it like as an artist? You create something. You are literally, as you've said, are sharing pieces of you, and you're saying, see it here. You don't know if people are going to like it. What's it like when you start seeing the numbers rising, and when you see somebody like Davido call you and say, I respect your music? What's it like having shared pieces of you with the world and then you see a positive response?
I would say that's an amazing and humbling feeling. Just know where we're coming from. You get what I say? Especially if you know 450, you know 450 is not the most outspoken person. Quiet, calm, collective. You get me? So my route of expressing myself was through music. So to say that my music has been a speaker and a voice for so many, especially when I go to shows and the fans will come up to me and say, yo, 450, this song where you make it change my life, yo, this helped me go through this situation. That means a lot to me. You get what I say? So as I say, humbling as always.
Your work ethic seems to be very intense and quite admirable. Like you look like you work a lot and you work hard, and I really admire that, because a lot of people will see the art or see music and just think of the hype and the girl them and the flashy clothes and the belt and the look on the stage. But they don't know a lot that goes on behind the scenes. What keeps you motivated even after having some level of success that you've had now? Some people just chillax style and say, but you seem to just be going, and I really admire that.
I would say my friends, my family, and most important are the fans, Always wanting to do more, I always want to give the fans something to look forward to. You get what I say? Because as I say, people always tell me what music do for them, and I want to continue doing that, changing lives and helping people.
What would be the ultimate for you in music?
I would say just taking dancehall on a higher level than where it's at currently. That is what would be important for me.
I have to ask this. You mentioned doing shows, because a lot of the new artists, maybe at best, they are studio artists. They're good in the studio. They sound good on an album, but they're not an experience.
They're not an entertainer.
They don't perform well. But your fans respond well to you. You're not just a bagger, jump up, dash for that, and nobody's hearing what you're saying. Like, what do you put into a show? Because I gather that you're going to be on the road.
So we have rehearsals. We always formulate ideas with the team and just try to execute them. Try to see how we can make the show as entertaining as possible for the fans. So it's just ideas, just my team, really and truly,
One team, one dream.
One team, one dream. And it's, natural.
Nice. So the listening party tonight at
Top Bar.
At 9 p.m.
At 9 p.m.
Come out 450.
Forward out and listen to some unreleased music. Some songs are for pieces of me and come all over.
And where can we get pieces of me to purchase?
450music.com.
Okay, 450music.com. You heard it right here, 450 right here on CVM Sunrise. Next up, we'll be giving you the inside scoop on the hidden gems of Turkish fashion. Get ready to be inspired in Destination Tuesday. Sunrise will be right back. See ya.
At Courts, we know that mom is so much more than just a mom. Find her the perfect gift with furniture pieces starting at $11,199. Shop select fridges, stoves, washers, and dryers on credit and get 20% off. Get smart TVs starting at $24,999. Plus free gifts with select purchases. Shop for her today and pay later. So let's celebrate her as she is so much more than mom. Only at Courts, bringing value home. Offer ends May 24, 2025. Conditions apply.
Hey you know all the people in your business? You should take advantage of CVM TV's unbeatable small business advertising package. Trust me.
And get your goods and services in front of your customers today.
For $150,000, you get a high-quality professional commercial.
Plus 20 prime-time commercial spots.
That's massive exposure at a fraction of the cost.
Including on the #1 morning show in Jamaica, Sunrise.
So don't wait. Call us on 658-208-5377 and see your business goals happen right here on CVM Television.
In a world where innovation meets tradition, agriculture is evolving like never before. From the latest sustainable farming technologies to age-old practices passed down through generation, agriculture is
precious to me.
I love the animals. I don't mind getting my hands dirty. I love working.
Join us right here on CVM TV every Sunday during news at 7 as we explore the people, the science, and the breakthroughs that are shaping the way we grow, eat, and live. You don't want to miss it. This is Farming Forward.
Take me on a trip, I'd like to go someday. Take me to New York, I'd love to see LA. I really want to come pick you with you. You'll be my American boy.
Well, we're not your American boy. We are your Jamaican girls, and we're your Jamaican morning show right here on Sunrise. And I want to say good morning to Tango watching right now. Good morning, everybody in Montego Bay, locked and loaded. Good morning to everybody at ITEL watching right now. Big up to Yanni Epstein and the entire crew down there at ITEL. Now, fashion lovers, welcome back to Destination Tuesday. We have a very special guest this morning. She dresses me, and I'm oftentimes wearing Coco Bellas. Okay, it's the Coco for me. Okay, Denise Harris is here with me this morning, the operations manager of Coco Bella. Now, she's about to blow your mind with her fashion expertise. Denise has been exploring the Turkish markets for over a decade, and trust me, she's uncovered some serious style secrets, and she's here to share them with us this morning. So welcome, beautiful. How are you?
Thank you.
Well, let me just say, Denise, I don't know, you always have your finger on the pulse, whether it's the fashion, whether it's the color. And what I also love most is that for full-figured women, for fluffy women, you know, you, Coco Bella, you always have the style them. So you don't ever feel left out. You don't ever feel left behind, because beauty doesn't start at a size 2 or stop at a size 2. It's all about being a size U.
Absolutely.
Talk to me about turkey, because normally people just eat turkey, you know, turkey.
All right, so turkey, right? When it comes to curated fashion, Turkey is one of the top destinations. Persons are always asking me, you know, I don't see your cuts, these cuts and these styles and these fabrics, especially if you're a plus size woman, really nice quality clothing that accentuates, you know, the right areas of our body. Because, I mean, as curvy girls, you know, sometimes we don't want to show up certain areas.
Most definitely.
So,
and I think even slim women, you know, everybody has their little area where they may not like. I mean, some people, them love everything.
Absolutely,
but
you're
there
right.
are those persons too who, even though you're slender, you may not be so,
I have so many customers like that. Even though they're slender, they don't want to show up here, or they don't want to show up there, or their shoulders. You know, we all have those little nuances with ourselves. So Turkey, I don't want to just promote plus size. It's for all sizes.
Right.
I mean, the curated styles for children clothing, men clothing, especially if you're tall women, tall men. I mean, the cuts are just amazing and the style is just different from the rest of the world.
So when you talk about Turkey now, so going to the country of Turkey, okay, and going to these, because now, for example, Denise, I've never been to Turkey before, and there may be entrepreneurs who want to venture into Turkey. Is that something that you're doing? Talk to us about that.
Yes, I'm getting ready to have a trip for anyone that wants to come and to source and find new vendors. The thing is, Turkey is full of a lot of small companies that are not known worldwide, but the style and the quality, everything is impeccable.
Yes.
So they have a lot of small, unknown European brands, small local brands, that have affordable clothing that persons in Jamaica are able to tap in because it's affordable.
Right, and then come back and make a profit from it.
Yes, absolutely. Oh. So I'm having a trip in August, the end of August, the 20th to the 29th, 8 days. Everything is paid for in the price. It's $3,800, right? It includes round trip airfare, airport round trip, daily transportation, breakfast in the morning. So you're probably only responsible for dinner or snacks or whatever. Hotel stay.
Oh wow!
For the entire time. So all of those are inclusive in the price.
Oh wow! So ladies and gentlemen,
and we get to tap into all the the jewelry market, the clothing market, the shoe market, the bags. I mean, Turkey has the most amazing stylish bags.
Wow!
Very affordable, real leather or PU leather, if that's your choice.
Yes. So for persons who, I love this. So for persons who are looking to start a new business, be it in clothing, be it in handbags, shoes, jewelry, Denise is having a trip to Turkey at the end of August. And you pay one fee and you go and you will direct them. So not just to go to Turkey, go walk up and down lost like Alice in Wonderland, like, oh my God, where to go. You have also curated a number of vendors that you're going to be introducing the persons to. Oh, wow.
I'm also affiliated with a warehouse, a cargo house, for logistics.
Okay.
And we also have shipping amenities available.
Wonderful.
For those who want to get their stuff back to Jamaica or to the United States.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
Or anywhere else you want it sent in the world.
Okay. So even our viewers who may be in Turks and Caicos right now or St. Lucia right now who want to be a part of the trip, they can be a part of the trip.
Absolutely. Anyone can be a part of the trip.
How do we register?
Okay. You register by contacting the information. Right. It's pinned to Cocobella, Shop Cocobella IG page. The information is there. It has a US number and a local number, and you can contact me, WhatsApp me, email me, DM me on the page. There's just so many options.
Yeah.
And the cutoff to accept funds, all funds has to be in by July, the second week in July. So we have the rest of May and June to get all the funds in, because we're gonna have to book those tickets on time. We can't do it last minute.
Right.
So the second week in July is the cutoff for all payments to be made.
Right. For somebody listening to this right now, and maybe somebody's like, God, this is the answer I've been looking for. I've been hearing about Turkey. I've wanted to go, but I don't have anybody to go with. And a lot of people are very intimidated by going so far by themselves. But now you're going with somebody who has been going there for over a decade. You know the place, you know the market, you know how it runs. And you're also going to be accompanied with other people, so you don't have to feel alone. This is just absolutely amazing. Is this something that you're going to be doing further?
I've done it before. I've just never done it publicly.
Yeah.
I've done it for China.
Yeah.
I have 15-year experience with China logistics, shopping, sourcing vendors. So I'm just now making it public on a wider scale.
I think I'm going to be definitely looking into this.
That would be wonderful.
Think I may want to, wet my toes a little bit. And guys, if I'm going to start, what do you think I should start? If I was going to start something, should I start clothing? Or should I do handbags? Should I do shoes? Or should I do jewelry? You can leave the comment, your comments, right, in the chat and let me know. And then when we talk to Denise, I said, Denise, the people them say them want me start this or want me start that.
There's a China trip.
Okay.
China trip is from the 29th of August until the 29th of September. China now is a whole nother level.
Oh, wow.
You have homeware, building materials. Even if you want to come and find and outfit out your own house.
Wow.
Upgrade your house. There's so many options. I mean, the technology there is amazing.
So it's 2 trips. So you have the Turkey trip and you have the China trip. And everybody by now knows that China is the plug and they are the hub, okay?
That's right.
Don't matter what they want to say, they've been telling us recently, especially on these internet streets, about what exactly they do. And so persons can also register for the China trip via Shop Cocabella on Instagram. When the new pieces them are dropping on Cocabella's
came yesterday. Dropped
Jane?
Yesterday. I bought you something. We're having more. We're going to have more pieces dropping this week later on.
Absolutely. And for just my viewers, could you just remind us of your location at Shop Cocabella's?
Okay, so we're located in Halfway Tree, and we're located in the Mall Plaza, right? Directly across the street from the passport office, Shop 18. The Mall Plaza, 20 Constant Spring Road, Shop 18.
Shop 18, and what are your opening hours?
Our opening hours are Monday to Thursday, 10 to 6:30, Friday and Saturday, 10 to 7. And on Sunday, we're open. We have so many corporate persons. So we're always open on Sunday from 11 to 5.
I love that. Well, guess what? My husband wants to take me on a hot date, and I know I always need clothes. I always want something. Come, Mr. Nita, because I want my goods, please. I got some things to do. Oh, my God. Oh, my God, Denise. Let me see, let me share.
I said maybe you'd like this top.
Oh, wow. It is so nice. And it feels so silky and so good. Guys, if you want to start that business, this is the nudge that you should do it.
Or upgrade your business.
This is the nudge. I know everybody's used to going to New York, or they're going to LA, or they're going to, different places. But Turkey, don't sleep on Turkey, and definitely don't sleep on China, and most definitely don't sleep on Denise and Shop Cocabella. Our guest has been the very fashionable and knowledgeable Denise Harris, Operations Manager of Shop of Cocabella. And on the flip side, we have, of this break, we're going to have fresh hugs, okay? So we're going to fresh you up, fresh up in my Cocabella shirt. Thank you, Denise. I appreciate it. See you soon. Right back right here on Sunrise. Yay!
Put the money in my hand right now. Set up a motor, we need more seats. We just sold out all the floor seats.
Take me on a trip, I'd like to go someday. Take me to New York, I'd love to see LA. I really want to come pick you with you. You'll be my American boy. He said, hey sister, it's really, really nice to meet ya. I just met this 5'7" guy who's just my type. Like the way he's speaking, his confidence is peaking. Don't like his baggy jeans, but I like what's underneath it.
This is the Aedes aegypti mosquito that spreads the Zika, chikungunya, and dengue viruses. Search for its breeding sites and destroy them.
A message from the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
The time by the Ministry of Health and Wellness is 7:45.
What can 16 extra grams of protein do for you? True Shake Protein Plus with 16 extra grams of protein. Fuel the hustle.
The doctors and nurses here at Bustamante Hospital took care of me.
At Noel Holmes Hospital, we see hope every day.
And the work of STAR is about collaborating at the community level to bring about social and economic transformation.
Together, we can invest in safer and more empowered spaces for every Jamaican to thrive. Join us.
In a world where innovation meets tradition, agriculture is evolving like never before. From the latest sustainable farming technologies to age-old practices passed down through generation, agriculture is
precious to me.
I love the animals. I don't mind getting my hands dirty. I love working.
Join us right here on CVM TV every Sunday during news at 7 as we explore the people, the science, and the breakthroughs that are shaping the way we grow, eat, and live. You don't want to miss it. This is Farming Forward.
Hey you know all the people in your business?
You should take advantage of CVM TV's unbeatable small business advertising package. Trust me.
And get your goods and services in front of your customers today.
For $150,000, you get a high-quality professional commercial.
Plus 20 prime-time commercial spots.
That's massive exposure at a fraction of the cost.
Including on the #1 morning show in Jamaica, Sunrise.
So don't wait. Call us on 658-208-5377 and see your business goals happen right here on CVM Television.
It's quiz time this morning. I'm your host, Jason, and our teams are ready for another Fresher Showdown here on Sunrise, sponsored by Sunshine Snacks. So this morning we have the teachers and students from the Content Spring Primary. So let's do our quick introductions, starting with the lovely students. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, so you're going to tell me your name and something you like to do.
Good morning, my name is Alexandra Bader and I like to play games.
Nice.
Good morning, my name is Aisha Scaffrey and I like to read up about the brain.
The brain?
Yes.
Oh, you sound smart. Lovely. Yes.
Good morning, my name is Dante Rapley. I love to play video games.
You love to play video games? All right, so to the teachers who will lose this morning. So go ahead and tell me your name.
Good morning, Jamaica. My name is Donna Marie Phipps. I teach reading at the Content Spring Primary and Infant School.
Lovely.
Good morning, Jamaica. My name is Aisha McLaughlin, and I am a grade 1 teacher at Content Spring Primary.
Good morning, Jamaica. I am Mrs. Shelley and Clue McGowan, and I am a grade 4 to 6 teacher.
You sound like you're ready, miss. You sound like you're ready. But okay, so we have the questions here, quick and easy. And the first team to buzz in will get the chance to answer. Just test your buzzers, please. Test it. No, you're not for test, you're not going to use yours. So test for me again, please. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So if you know the answer, you buzz in. And the first team to buzz in will get the chance to answer. So are we ready?
Yes, sir.
We're ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, so number 1. Which side of a chicken has more feathers?
Outside.
That is correct. The outside is correct. Please use the mic. Okay, were they answering? Yes. A farmer has 24 cows. All but 7 of them ran away. How many does he have left? Oh, I know that answer. I know that.
7.
That is correct. Listen, I believe in you. Come on, I believe in you. All right. What is the longest river in Jamaica?
Black River.
That is incorrect. You want to try?
No, thank you.
Okay, so polite. All right. What word is spelled wrong in the dictionary?
Incorrectly?
No.
Wrong.
That is correct. So look at the monitor and identify this character. Let's see what's on the monitor. All right, we come back to that one. Spell the word adequate.
Adequate.
Yes.
A-D-I-Q-U-T-E.
Almost had it. Almost had it. It's A-D-E-Q-U-A-T-E. What building has the most stories?
Library.
What was it?
Library.
Yeah, that is correct. Awesome. So what comes next in the sequence? 2, 4, 8, 16. Yo, you never buzz.
32.
How did you do that? That's all right. Correct. The day before, 2 days after. Wait, all right. I'm going slowly. The day before, 2 days after the day before, tomorrow is Saturday. What day is it today? The day before, 2 days after the day before, tomorrow is Sunday. What day is today?
Friday.
That is correct. Lovely. So what is the green pigment found in plants?
Chlorophyll.
Girly bright. Look at the monitor and identify the fruit. Let's see what fruit it is. Let's come back to that one. Finish the lyric. Jesus' love is a... Teachers, discipline. Go ahead.
It's a bubbling over.
Lovely. It's a bubbling over. Hallelujah. All right. How many letters are there in the alphabet?
26.
That is correct. All right. Finish the Jamaican proverb. 1 cocoa.
Full basket.
That is correct. How many sides does a pentagon have?
5.
Good. What hurricane hit... Ooh. When did Hurricane Beryl hit Jamaica?
2024.
That is correct. Lovely. Spell the word experience.
Experience. EXPERINCE.
Go again.
EXPERINCE. Experience.
Almost had it. Almost. You want to try?
EXPERIENCE.
That is correct. What is the tallest mountain in the world?
Mount Everest.
Good. All right. Look. Which travels faster, sound or light?
Light.
That is correct. Teacher, to get it whooped. So humans breathe in oxygen and exhale what?
Carbon dioxide.
That is it. Anna, Elsa, and Olaf are all characters in
Frozen.
That is correct. Teacher, I didn't hear that buzzer. I'm sorry. Frozen is correct. Finish the scripture. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that
whosoever believeth in him shall not perish but have everlasting life.
Clap them. That was so good. And our last question for freshers this morning. What is 4 times 5?
20.
That is the one question I get right. I'm so proud of it. So we have come to the end of Freshers this morning. And judges, please tell me the scores. Our winners this morning are the students, 12-8. Yeah, great job. So thank you so much for coming on. And Miss Kitty spoke about affirmations this morning. So you are smart, you are bright, you have worth, and you're going to do great in your examinations, okay? Teachers, thank you for coming on this morning. And more Sunrise we'll be back with more Sunrise after the break.
It all comes down to this. All the hard work, sweat, fight and determination. 8 months of thrills and despair. Now it's time to crown a champion. Cavalier and Mount Pleasant duel for the top prize in local club football for the 3rd season running. It's the Jamaica Premier League Super Final, live on CVM TV. Labor Day, Friday, May 23. Kickoff at 7 p.m. Mount Pleasant came out on top in 2023, and Cavalier turned the tide last season. Who will walk away with the coveted prize in 2025? Find out when the final comes to you live this Labor Day, Friday, May 23, from the National Stadium, starting at 7 p.m. See it all happen right here on CVM TV. The JPL Super Finals, brought to you by Sunshine Snacks, ABC Electrical, and Texaco.
I think fancy cat show. Who is sing that? And get ready, and when you get ready, let's go.
That's me on the corner. I to start.
Girl, you pass, so they look good. Exam, me have to give you a sticky. Me no get wrong back.
Feelings okay for you because you will take life. Feelings okay for you. When we go to school, me little and fine.
Start again.
Pause again. Belly, our Admiral Bailey trick no way.
You see yourself following him down the Christian walk?
And when them tell me, say, God call him. That's a when.
I want you, man.
Go on the party.
The Cut, brought to you by Flow.
Lovely, 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 lovely. And just like that, it's a wrap, it's a reggae. It's time for me to skedaddle up on out of here for another wonderful episode of Sunrise. I do hope that you had a wonderful time with us, and I do hope that you enjoyed the show this morning. Special thanks, of course, to all our YouTubers who are always there with us. And we want to just encourage all of you to hit the like and subscribe button, as well as the notification bell. And always do remember to spread the word so you can get others to come on up over here. Now, I see where a lot of people are saying, Miss Kitty, I think you should get involved in everything with the Turkey trip. Well, guess what? Who knows? I'm going to do my research, and so I know exactly what I'm doing. But thanks so very much to all our wonderful guests this morning who made the show amazing. Let me also take this opportunity to say hello and good morning to Kamar of Jackson Town. Big up Kamar. Anybody who know Kamar, please call him right now and say, bring. Kamar, hello, good morning. It's Sunrise. And Miss Kitty just big it up. Thank you so very much. You know, once I say Miss Kitty say you right through like you. So thank you so very much, Kamar. And lots of love to you as well.